Gunsha! Welcome back to Good Vibes Live. It's Sean Kingston. Gunsha.
To the audio listeners, I'm very apologetic for that assault on the auditory senses only. But if you were watching the video, you'd realize how worth it was. Welcome back to Good Vibes Live, episode...
Gunsha. Episode 15?
15?
14?
It's in the teens, which is where everyone wants to be. But
impressive.
Yeah. Do you remember your teenage years fondly?
Do I? I don't remember much previous to my age of 19. That's when Xanax started getting involved and kind of just stole a lot of my brain.
You've mentioned this before. I've heard that from some people. I knew a person once who was really making fun of me for smoking pot, which I don't do. Future employers, never touched the stuff. Strictly DMT, but I naturally occurring. But I knew someone that was shaming me. They're like, you're a pothead. All you do is smoke weed. Meanwhile, they needed Xanax just to function.
Do they have anxiety, or were they a drug addict?
Because
they're the same thing. They're
exactly
the same thing.
You get so this is why we podcast so well together, because that's where I'm going, and you were already there. You finished my train of thought. They were really good people, and I just didn't like how much they shame me for that. Mike, flashback, 2019, school year. We're outside of a bar, me and you. One of the maybe 4 times we've ever gone out to a place publicly together, because you like to hide that we are actual friends as much as possible. And I understand why. You don't want to be affiliated with me. But I was going through old photos, bawling my eyes out. And I noticed a really cute one of us by the fence outside of a bar that was local to our college. Is this ringing a bell to you? God, you probably have 100 stories just like this.
Dude, I have so many sick stories of me at bars. Like, it's just like they all kind of mesh together at this point.
Yeah.
Was it outside of Drafters?
I didn't know if we were going to say the name, because they're not a paid sponsor.
True.
But I think it was, what's that word for like at the start of every football season that they pick new players to be on teams?
Oh, it's the same word that, like, if you get a beer, it's a something beer. It's a something beer.
I cannot remember for the life of me what that name is. Maybe
dude, no, I got it.
Someone paid us.
We could say it.
We could remember. Right?
Yeah, we could say the name if they paid us,
and we could talk about.
It's what Donald Trump dodged. It's that.
Yeah, what the fuck is that word, dude?
I don't know. I know. Donald Trump is not a true American because he dodged it when he was selected for it, and people somehow yet still contribute to him about caring about the military, even though he didn't join the military when he was that word for the military to go to war for our country. And then he proceeded to call veterans cowards and said, who is that fucking guy? Who is that fucking guy? You know who I'm talking about? He's like, oh, you're a prisoner of war. You were a prisoner of war. You're not a hero. That guy. Yeah. John Cocaine. Exactly.
He's dead. Brain.
From cocaine.
All the cocaine, it just clogged up his brain too much and it just shut down. That's how it works. A lot of people don't talk about it.
No offense to John McCain, but I totally forgot
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I'm not glad or not glad. It just doesn't fucking faze me.
You're not gonna ride with me or die with me?
I'm glad he's dead.
Wow, Mike, I would have never. That is a war hero. He was captured in a cage for this country.
Prisoner of war is a hero now. It sounds like he was a coward to me.
I've seen Rambo. That's a war hero.
I've seen Rocky 2.
American hero.
Rocky beat Russia single-handedly, stopped the Cold War. People don't talk about that.
Single-handedly. because he was a southpaw. But
one hand.
Yeah. Don't know if that's true, but I wanted to flex my boxing knowledge, which is pretty much limited to that. But yeah, I want to be clear. Oh, and Jake Paul, for the record, new generation.
Probably the best boxer of our era.
I was actually, jokes aside, I know like Logan Paul had that video with that body in the forest. And I know Jake Paul has been like arrested by the FBI or something.
Yeah. Stop. Melo's chewing wires.
Okay. All right. I'll keep them entertained. I think Logan and Jake, if you're listening, I'd love to have you on me. Oh, good. Mike's back. How's Melo doing?
Good. He's just being a scumbag.
Oh, bro, it's cutting out. Last thing I heard was you saying Melo was a scumbag, and then God shut you off. Still can't hear you. I'm probably not going to edit this. I'm just going to talk about you until you get the audio fixed. I like that National Geographic hoodie. It's funny because I know you hate most of the planet. You probably got that from some fundraiser for like third world regimes.
Gunshot.
Power and dictator. Oh, heard the gunshot. Gunshot heard around the world.
Can you hear me now?
I can. It kind of sound. Keep talk a little bit.
Basically, Melo is upset with me because I'm sitting in a rolling chair. He doesn't like the wheels, so he's just causing a ruckus.
Well, historically speaking, dogs don't like wheels because, over the paradigm of time, wheels have only meant misfortune and to entrapment to them. I don't know. It could be a subconscious thing that they don't even realize that they're doing, but they do. My dogs hate rolly chairs. My dogs hate a lot of things.
Yeah, Melo also hates when I longboard. He'll try and bite the wheels as I move. He's like, nah, don't go. But the thing is, I look so fucking sick when I longboard. Yeah.
I know.
It's like these, it's just like, whoa, that guy must be super down to earth and cool with how sick he is on that skateboard,
Now, just like you left for a second, I have to leave for a second. The fire in my fireplace is going out, and I was told if I let that go out,
abortion.
Yeah, they're gonna take me out. They're gonna put me outside.
Late stage abortion.
Yeah, this is like the 39th trimester, I think, if we're going at it. That's not right. How long is
it's
a trimester?
It's definitely more than 3 months.
What is a trimester?
I would imagine 4 months.
Semester.
I know what a semester is.
Yeah, I know.
Because I went to school for multiple semesters. But there are schools that do trimesters.
Really? Oh, there are actually. There's one that was near one of our schools that I know of. We're talking about Worcester Polytechnical Institute. I believe they did trimesters.
I know a girl that went to Worcester WPI.
I bet you knew all of them.
She had a fat old ass.
Was it old? Was it an old woman with a fat ass?
She was 62. She was coming to school. She was just trying to take classes. She was kind of retired, bored. Kids are out of the house. She's just looking for any way to better herself. But nobody told me that she was going to come in shaking that thing. So I'm sitting in class at WPI, a school I did not attend. I just went there to check out old lady ass. And all of a sudden, I see this cake, not even my birthday. And she just walks in shaking that thing. So obviously I say, hey there, mamacita, cut me off a slice of that booty cake. And she turns at me and says, who the fuck are you? And then I spit on her. And then we started fist fighting in the middle of a classroom. She's 62 years old. I think this is going to be a fucking breeze. I'm going to knock this bitch out in one punch. It's easy, right? I throw a punch. She dodges, comes back with the right hook to my face. I eat it because I'm a man. However, what I didn't realize, she sweeps the leg, jugular shot. I can't breathe for about 5 minutes now. She sits on top of me with that dump truck and just lets out a load of dookie right on my face. Go ahead, Liam.
I gotta address the fire.
Okay, you address the fire. I'll talk about old lady butt. So there's a lot of different versions of butts. in today's society. Now, I don't know if you guys have realized, but we've had a serious shift over the last 20 years. We were a titty first culture for predominantly the early 2000s, and then hip hop became more and more prevalent. And in hip hop, you hear a lot of talk of big booty bitches. Now, I don't use that word, bitches. That's not a word I use. I like to call them women because I respect them for who they are. However, these rappers, these hip hop artists, they are very into bodacious fat booties. And so now they subconsciously programmed the mainstream media and all the people who listen to this music to also now be very infatuated with bosoms rather than fat old titties. So now we have a whole generation of kids who don't care about mommy's milk anymore. They want to lick mommy's bum bum. And it's all because of hip hop music and how they used their it's funny because a lot of people think hip hop is code for revolution. You know, they it's revolution music, but the real revolution is the booty. That's really all they were trying to do, is get people to stop focusing on tatas and start focusing on bum bums. And it's crazy that they were able to incept us all like that. And now I dream of booty every night. Have you been on TikTok recently, Liam?
Oh, I've been on TikTok recently, and I'm happy to have heard just the end of that. I have been on TikTok recently. What's your point?
Have you seen that new trend, the Bust It Down challenge?
No, on all social media platforms, I don't identify or follow or look at other people's content. I upload my stuff and leave.
That's the best way to use it, to be honest.
It might be.
It is.
Fire. I was just thinking about how funny would it be, like if you slowly started noticing like smoke on my screen, like rising. And then like the fire just spread, and I would just kept podcasting and like burned to death in front of you.
I mean,
how would you react? Honest to God, because I want to know if it's worth it.
Honest to God, I think it's great for content. I mean, you've lived through a forest fire before. You made it out alive. I would trust that you could get set on fire by the fire that you started and survive through the podcast. What happens after doesn't really matter as long as we get views.
Content.
If you die, but it results in me getting famous, that's a win in my book. And now let's not forget that. Everyone
I podcast with. Every single one of them. All right, I'm going to grab a flaming log. I'll be right back. I'm just going to put it in my lap and podcast from there. All right, give me, I do it because what I was doing was, I don't know if you know this about fires or if you know how this particular fireplace works, but I was letting I let one of the latches open. I'm poorly describing this, but it's like letting some air in so the flame can kind of breathe. Because I don't know if you know this, but if if fire, like a human being, doesn't get oxygen, it's not going to last very long, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is maybe we're all kind of part fire, and we're going to find out right now what happens to humans that are on fire. I'll be right back. I
actually have something on top of what you're saying about how humans are part fire. It's funny you bring that up because I am an Aries, but I recently discovered that water can be considered lava because ice is a rock. Yeah, bro. All right. Ice is a rock. Go ahead.
Fire's full of breath right now, so hold on.
Full of breath.
Yeah, there's someone in your apartment. I don't know if you know.
Yeah. I heard him come in. I didn't expect him. He's supposed to be at work right now. Obviously, he's a bad employee.
Don't out him.
I mean, listen, his employer
name, address, where you place of work, SSN. Go.
It is Joey Burns for AT&T. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, hold on.
No, he's on break. He gets an hour break every day, and he comes home and he does drugs. But that's okay. But so anyways, ice is technically a rock. And being that ice is technically a rock, when the definition of lava is any rock heated up to become molten liquid. And so now if you heat ice up enough, what does it become? Water. So if ice becomes water through heat, then water by definition is indeed lava.
This is a better angle. Is the lighting better? I felt like it might have been kind of distracting from behind.
I think it's a bit of a weird angle. You know, I feel like I'm looking up at you now. Like I'm looking into your nostrils.
Well, that's what I was going for. But Okay, I see. Fucking smart keyboard, my ass. All right. So this is pretty much where we were at, right? The lighting's not off.
No, I think it's fine.
I'm
handsome as ever,
happy looking, and yeah. All right. Okay. Hey, Mike. We've missed a lot in whenever we do not upload an episode. It seems like the world keeps moving, and
right?
That's really inconvenient for a show that like tries to remain topical. I think we throw in topics and stuff. So let's
current events.
Let's try and cover some of the more recent things that have happened that were really important.
Liam,
Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm, but is
okay.
Oh,
dude, can we talk about MF Doom dying?
I mean, I don't really want to get like super bummed out again.
All we have to say is that he died. We just have to cover the fact that he died. But dude, he died apparently he died months ago, but the family kept it under wraps until like New Year. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you how I found out MF Doom died. It's funny because I wish he entered the room. Actually, I was rolling fucking face and
you had his mask on.
And I was tripping balls. And then my dear friend Joey, we're at a social distance festival. We're responsible. We're COVID friendly. We're responsible.
Fucking Colorado sounds so cool.
And all of a sudden Joey, who is also rolling face, comes up and he says, "Hey guys, MF Doom just died." And it's like, how do you respond to that when you're supposed to be at the peak of happiness? So we all got in the car and we cried for a little bit.
Yeah, this is why I didn't really want to talk about it. Because it's definitely just a bummer. MF Doom, one of the great I think underappreciated lyricists of our generation. Like, not that he's from our generation, but like a lot of, he's not super popular with the kids these days, what I'm trying to say.
I feel you.
And we're not really kids these days anymore. I guess we're both out of college.
It's weird to think about. Yeah, we're adults.
My like whole childhood was just robbed from me though, by Christianity. So I don't know. I never grew up. I had this thing called like a Peter Pan syndrome. Or Peter Pan complex, I think is what it is. My doctor said, and he obviously was like, gotta check your prostate, and I didn't understand the relation. But
was this your priest?
Same guy, both. He was a very talented individual, multiple backgrounds.
Dr. Father Dan.
Education. Dr. Father Dan. How'd you know?
He was my priest doctor as well.
That's kind of some bullshit. He told me priests were just for one priest per person, and that's why we would do single one-on-one.
Oh, we had a lot of menage a trois, if you understand what I'm saying.
It wasn't English, so I don't.
Okay, so basically a menage a trois is a word that I've heard on TV before.
Okay. No, I get that. I get that.
Yeah. So I use it in everyday conversation to sound more intelligent.
I had a glass
cultured
menagerie trois once. I don't even know what is. You have no idea what I just said, do you?
No, I don't get it. A glass menage trois.
It's a story. The Glass Menagerie.
I think I read that story in 10th grade.
Tom is a character who wrote poetry.
It's definitely not. Is that the correct pronunciation of the word you're thinking?
Tom?
Glass Menagerie?
I think it's Tom, Tom. Tom. Yeah, I think that's Tom.
Are you talking about the one from Tom and Jerry?
No, from the Glass Menagerie Trois.
Where there was a little mouse and a little cat, and they were kind of buddies, but like enemies at the same time.
Guy worked in a shoe factory. And
there was a mouse who lived in the shoe factory, and he had a cat to get rid of the mouse.
It's kind of vague, but that's ringing a bell.
Yeah,
I'm more of a J.D. Salinger, Perfect Day for Banana Fish type of guy. Do you ever have to read that one?
I mean, I've definitely seen Woody Woodpecker and Roadrunner a couple times, but I don't know if I'm familiar with the work you're speaking of.
Spoilers for Perfect Day for Banana Fish by J.D. Salinger, part of his 9 stories compilation.
J.D. Salinger
of books. Yeah. You familiar?
Yeah, I read his work
a minute ago.
Yeah, that's how I know him.
Yeah.
That's how I
He
know him.
also, I believe, wrote Catcher in the Rye, which killed.
Ronald Reagan.
I was gonna say John F. Kennedy, but it was
Is
definitely
that who it was? It was the
yeah.
guy
It
said he was
was
compelled to do it because of Catcher in the Rye. It was
yeah.
JFK.
JFK. He was like, I am gonna get the girl from Taxi Driver to sleep with me if I kill
Killed JFK.
this man.
It's crazy because when I read Catcher in the Rye in about I think 10th grade, I too was very compelled to kill John F. Kennedy and was wildly disappointed to find out someone had beat me to it.
Well, when I read it, I just like you, very disappointed. It was like I had a purpose for a moment and it was taken from me. So what I did was I went up. My parents thought I was visiting friends in New Hampshire, but I went out to Arlington National Cemetery in Washington D.C. It was about like an 18-hour drive alone. But I had my own podcast to listen to the whole way. So I went there with my 45 Colt in the passenger seat, not tucked away.
Colt 45. Did you have 2 zigzags?
I did at the start, thought it was going to last me longer. I didn't have a bag of weed, which probably would have helped, but I had
so
my Colt 45 and 2
papers.
zigzags. Yeah, I tried to make it last the drive, but I just ended up being done with them in like 45 minutes. So don't smoke and drive. It's technically
Can I share a story about smoking?
I'm not done, bro. I'm not done.
I know.
I
tuned out though. I tuned out. It sucks.
I'm up in Arlington, and I found where he was buried. And what I did was
Johnny.
Yeah, I dug it up.
He's buried in Arlington.
I don't know. I opened up the casket, and there was no one in there. So, not really sure what that
conspiracy.
Just throwing that out there. But I shot have a conspiracy with the full magazine. And then
I believe that John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe are not dead. They're living happily ever after.
Marilyn Manson is Marilyn Monroe's brother. Did you know that?
I did know that. That's why they're both named Marilyn.
You're a genius, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't even know why I try bringing up new information to you.
No, all right. Fine.
Speaking on topical issues.
Let me tell my smoking zigzag story.
I'm backing off.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. You get to tell all your cool stories. I
thought I could talk quickly and we could
and distract me.
Go, please. I'm sorry.
Either way, this is the story of the first time I ever smoked. I was in seventh grade, I want to say. And now you're probably thinking, Mike, that's young to start. But here's the thing, Liam. I smoked Cheetos. So I don't know if you know, but if you poke a hole through a Cheeto and then just spark it, you can inhale some cheese smoke. So me and my buddies.
I want to give you a chance here before you. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just do want to give you an opportunity here before we have to hear about 30, 40 people dying from smoking Cheetos to distance yourself from this statement.
I want to tell all kids out there, if you're curious about marijuana, but you're unsure how, if you're a little worried about getting high or a little bit worried about smoking, the best way to practice is get a couple buddies, buy a bag of Cheetos, get a toothpick, go off into the woods, as far into the woods as you can, because you're worried that you're going to get in trouble for smoking Cheetos. So you go off into the woods as far as you can, and you and your buddies just fucking light up a bag of Cheetos, man, and you'll get a high like no other. It's really going to affect your breathing ability for the rest of your life, which is fine, because cigarettes do too. So it's like, pick your poison. Artificial cheese chemicals or nicotine, and I chose artificial cheese chemicals. I've been smoking about 3 bags of Cheetos a day now for about 12 years. And honestly, I've
cut out on the last word there.
Damn. Better? Was that the word to cut out on?
You were saying I've been doing it for a number of years, and then I didn't hear what your point.
I just haven't felt better. It makes me feel good.
Better. Okay, it makes you feel good. Cool. Have you experimented with the various flavors? Do you find that affects?
Flamin' Hot is definitely the way to go. It's the highest percentage of THC titties hot cheese is what that stands for. So you're gonna want to have a paper mache or a just a piece of paper with titties drawn on it to look at while you smoke these flaming hot Cheetos.
I'm happy you like that setup. I got a flaming hot Cheeto story.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm at a strip club, 17 underage. Coolest
How'd you
thing
get
I was
in?
doing. I had a big old bag of flaming hot Cheetos, and the guy was like,
"Oh yeah,
let him in, no ID." So not only that, I get several free dances because they just all. It's a big like family size bag of flaming hot Cheetos, but I was alone. But I was alone. So like yeah. So I'm throwing flaming hot Cheetos at these dancers. And they're just loving
Their
it.
Their coochies are on fire.
Well, I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
Several of them got urinary tract infections that were caused directly from Cheeto.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not my fault. I never touched these women. I swear to God.
Okay. I believe you.
I wouldn't.
No.
Wouldn't.
Because you think they're dirty and you think that strippers don't deserve to be touched?
No, motherfucker.
You don't respect sex workers?
Don't trick me into saying this.
Women who sell their bodies for money.
It was a male strip club. And no, I don't think male strippers deserve respect. They're too hot. They're going to get it from everyone. I don't care.
Have you seen
jealous,
Magic Mike?
Bro. Yes, hundreds of times.
Good movie.
More if you count the Blu-ray views. And not just streaming.
Have you heard of the movie Cloud Atlas?
I have.
No follow-up question. That was it.
I think I've seen the trailer. I think the trailer is like 10 minutes long.
It's fucking incredible. The trailer is fucking incredible.
I remember seeing this trailer and I was like, I definitely don't need to see this movie. I kind of get it.
The trailer is all you need. Yeah, the trailer.
No way it's going to live up to that trailer.
It's funny because Magic Mike, I was watching the Blu-ray for Magic Mike, and previous to the movie coming on, they have trailers.
Welcome, by the way.
And I'm smoking some weed. So I'm high as a kite, you know what I mean?
As they say.
And yeah, exactly. So people say that because kites tend to get pretty high in the sky. So all of a sudden, this person, this trailer comes on, and me and my buddy are watching this trailer for about 6 minutes before we realize it's just one movie, and that's what we realized. The Cloud Atlas trailer is undefeated. Can you think of a better movie trailer than the Cloud Atlas?
Over the
Anchorman 2.
Okay, that too.
Life of Pets.
Life of Pets. 1 second.
Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, how is the Secret Life of Pets?
Honestly, bro, it's a fucking banger. Secret Life of Pets 1 and 2 both made me cry. Yo, that's a sick pullover. Yeah.
Secret Life of Pets is a banger?
Secret Life of Pets is a top tier. Is it Pixar?
Who cares?
Pixar movie. Yo, Pixar only makes bangers.
They don't pay us. Current events. Current events.
Free advertising. Bleep out the name.
Current events.
Current events.
Mike, I don't know if you're aware of this, but recently there was an assault on our democracy by an inside party of it.
The far left.
The far left
hit all the votes. Donald Trump stole the election.
They created votes. They had dead people vote multiple times. All liberal. Okay. Like dead people aren't conservative. That doesn't make any sense.
No sense.
No sense.
Nonsensical.
Joe Biden somehow got more votes than any presidential candidate in all of U.S. history. And by U.S. history, I mean the world. Now, Joe Biden, he's now our president. You got VP Kamala Harris. Tell me if I need to edit this joke out. I don't know what's hottest about having, Kamala Harris as VP. The fact that she's a cop, the fact that she's black, or the fact that she's a woman. I do know I'm attracted to all three of those things. And I would love for her to take Joe Biden's position as a bleeding heart conservative.
I don't think
I'm
you
not
need
editing
to
that out. No way.
I don't think you need to anyway, because I too am very attracted to strong black women.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
really what I was trying to say. I want to be clear.
there's nothing sexier.
People back up when they're like, "Oh my God, he
Yeah.
mentioned a race as a white guy,"
No.
even if it's a
No.
compliment. I want to be clear. Black dicks are better. Black chicks are better. Now I feel like if I say anything more than that, it would be me jumping on stereotypes and being negatively, or someone will spin my words somehow. But I want to just say positive things about everyone besides white people. Fuck. Oh my God, Mike, I think I just skated out of that one, right? That was pretty impressive, right?
Are Asian people oppressed in this country? / can we make fun of Asian people?
Are they oppressed?
Yes.
What's oppression?
Not since World War II.
Not since World War II. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we put other people in cages. Don't know what the new administration is going to do about that. It'll be interesting.
Probably continue to put them in cages.
I want to be clear. Also, this is recorded just hours after Joe Biden has
been inaugurated,
taken control of everything.
Yo, speaking of, all right. So I was very unsure. I think I've made it clear I do not fuck with Trump. I think I've made it clear I don't really fuck with the political system in general. However, I was just reading that Joe Biden's new stimmy check plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still listed as a dependent because I'm too lazy to do my own taxes. So I have my mother. No, not this time, bro. Joe Biden's giving $2,000 to dependents.
I have said since the very beginning of my career as a conservative pundit that all it would take for me to flip sides is a little bit of money.
Oh, yeah. $2,000 is a lot of money.
A lot of fucking money, bro.
That's more money than I've had in years.
That's more money than I can't even imagine. How many single dollar bills is that?
Dollar bills? Like just single dollar bills? How many is 2,000? Dude,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I can't do that math.
Can Biden give me the money himself?
Yeah. He's actually coming and knocking on doors and giving the money.
That is remarkably brave of him.
Yeah.
For now, until that money comes through, I'm going to be, I still hate immigration of all forms, legal, illegal. I think we should have a wall on the southern and northern border. I think we should bomb more.
Yeah.
Because I think our country only really functions effectively when we're rapidly expanding some industry. And the only industry that the government should really have any control over at all is a military.
War.
And more. So I'm just saying how it is, guys. All right. If you want to continue to function, if you want your lifestyle to remain unchanged, we need to keep invading foreign countries. It's simple as that.
Funny you bring this up, Liam, because I don't think people realize how crucial war is to the American economy. Now, the reason war is so crucial is because we make the weapons for both sides, baby. So much money is pumped in when we're having war, you idiots. Everyone's like, peace in the Middle East. But here's the fucking thing. We give the Middle East weapons so they can bomb us, so we can bomb them, so we can make money. Money talks. Money talks. Peace doesn't do shit. How are the billionaires supposed to get richer if everybody's happy?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost asinine to think we shouldn't be carpet bombing other countries daily.
Which is why today, right here, I'm announcing.
Yes.
Good Vibes Live is running.
Okay.
You got to be 35. When are we both 35?
I have no idea. 2030?
2032. 2024. Yeah, I think 2032 or probably. Yeah, okay. We're running in 2032. We've got a platform of good vibes. How can you say no to that? We're going to be doing rallies as it gets closer to the date just to keep people in mind or whatever. I really do think if we did this podcast consistently until from here to then, we'd be on a debate stage. One of us. I don't know if we'd both be allowed to. Maybe we could swap every time or something. And,
well, if we did like a president vice president thing, we could both be on debate stage, just not at the same time. You know, one of us in the vice presidential debate, one of us in the presidential debate.
which one of us is which, Mike?
Follow-up question. I'm obviously the president. Do you need to be 35 to be the vice president?
Yes, because you need to be able to
become president.
Yeah. And it's funny that they decided 35 was old enough to be president, even though they said like at 18 you could go and fight and tie a war for who the president is, for whatever reason that they decided. My first, hold on.
Go ahead.
I want I'm going to describe my first action if I were to become president.
Okay.
And you're going to describe your first action if you were to become president. And whoever has a better
first action
offer, and keep it clear, I'm giving you time to think right now.
I already know.
Really
I already
good.
have my first action.
Fuck you. I don't like that confidence. That's the confidence of a leader, though. I'll give you that. It's the confidence of a leader. My first action in office, I'm going to put a globe. I'm going to get a nice globe that should be in every classroom around this country. I'm going to spin that baby, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spin that baby a lot of times.
Spin that globe.
I am going to take my finger and pop it on some random country. If I land on an ocean, probably happened the first few times. But random country, the next day, we're there. We're there.
Bombing them.
Well, we're gonna start with bombing, and then any resources left, we're gonna send in the troops to clear out. Yeah, that's my first plan. Do you got a first better day than that?
Yeah, no, I mean similar. Who's to say what's better, really? But I'm changing the national anthem because that shit is trash.
I'm voting for you. I'll be VP. Yeah. That's fine. I want to be clear though. I would like to help coach you for the debates. Okay. I'd like to give you really good jokes about the other candidates.
Okay.
And I want to have as much power as Dick Cheney did as VP.
No, can't do that. Can't do that.
Well,
you had more power than Dick Cheney did. What did Dick Cheney do? Made a couple $1 trillion off of oil? Come on, Liam. Come on, you're better than that.
So
what did he start a war in Iraq? Like, okay, what did he collaborate and collude to take down our Twin Towers? Like, I'm not even impressed with what Dick Cheney did.
Thank you. I was it was just this past weekend. I was Donald Rumsfeld was waterboarding me while Dick Cheney was giving me a rub and tug, and it's what I've
jerked off to that porno.
Yeah, it's how I relax. And they're both life coaches now. So it's kind of like a full body type thing in mind. And he was just saying that his biggest regret, this is Donald. No, not Donald, Dick. He was just telling me his biggest regret was not lying more, because he didn't realize how easy it is to do to the American people. Especially if you can make it look like you're under attack by terrorism, you can pretty much blame anything on terrorism and you can get away with it. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
So I would love to be the vice president, I think. I don't know. I could get wild between now and then, maybe it makes, like, what if I got like taller between now and then?
You would be our tallest president in history.
Oh, fuck me. You're right. Yo, come on, Mike. We got to let that happen.
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Maybe you become president. You have an amazing 4-year term.
Okay.
You have an amazing 4-year term. And then I rob you of re-election.
Or, hear me out on this one.
I'm listening.
I do 4 years of president. Mm-hmm. You do 4 years of president. I do 4 years of president. You do 4 years of president. 16 years of making America gay again. People don't realize we're founded on a lot of Greek and Roman principles, but guess what those principles were doing? Banging children. Exactly. We have to get back to our roots. Oh, wait, we already are. There's a pedophile ring in the government, but no one wants to accept the fact that that's what you need to run an empire.
Speaking of the roots,
let me hear them.
Every night,
yes,
in the White House will be a concert by the Roots.
By the Roots. By the Roots.
Yeah. We're gonna take them. Are they playing on Jimmy Kimmel still?
Well, that's the thing. Jimmy Kimmel's show will now be. Is it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, I feel like I'm confused. They're both going to jail. They're both going to prison
because they did blackface
for what they did to this country for the last 4 years and disparage our great leader.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
How is someone supposed to win a re-election if everyone in the media hates him? That's not fair, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. If the entire media hates the person, then the media is probably it's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. They're out to get him. It's a witch hunt.
It is this last president went through the worst witch hunt in American history, which includes actual witch hunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at Salem, okay?
You were taking that ergot.
Halloween 2018, I was there.
I was there too.
Yeah.
You know,
was that 2019 or 2018?
I was trying. See that, you know, this is funny because we were just now. It's sort of like a callback to like the same semester, but I think that was probably 2018 because I was still.
Yeah. It was definitely 2018.
It was before the bad times.
Because but I also graduated in 2019, and that was October.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I attended 3 colleges. And it took me 5 years to graduate. That's just to let you know. If you have a dream, you can achieve it.
For those of you who don't understand what Mike just said, 3 different colleges asked Mike to be there because that's how much he is beloved. Beloved? Yeah. Beloved. Okay, fires. Beloved. I got to operate the fire again. It's
okay, I'm going to smoke some weed while you do that. I haven't, listen. It is 1:42 p.m. here. I haven't smoked weed all day.
Nobody believes you. All right, good luck.
Thank you. And what we're hitting here is a fine little bit of apple fritter. A wonderful indica dominant hybrid that hits harder than Ray Rice, baby. Take a couple pufferoos. And it's funny. I actually bought a bubbler the other day. And I'm never going back. I mean, I just smoked out of a bowl there on camera. But my predominant method of smoking from this point forward will be the bubbler. It kind of seems like flawless. Mellow. Chill out. Come here. He's just staring at me, disobedient.
I wish I could get my dogs to hang out with me while I podcast.
Mellow's fucking huge now.
Is he really?
He's legit. Like when he stands on his hind legs, he's like up to my nose.
Damn.
Yeah. And he's about to be 10 months, and doctors said he'll grow until he's 2 years old. So he's going to be a big boy.
Could you give the viewers a look?
Mellow, come here. The viewers want to see you. Come here. He seems very disinterested. I'm just going to go ahead and force it on him. There he is over there.
Wow, he did get big.
You got to see him when he stands, too.
Dude, those are some thick back legs, dude.
Those paws, too.
Oh, my God. Good. Oh, and now he's just chewing. That's a dog right there. That's a big old. Yeah, that's a dog, D-A-W-G.
That's a D-A. Yo, it's crazy because when I first adopted him, his original name was Big Dog, but people were being mean to me about that name. So I changed it to... I don't know if you heard any of that. It looked like
I heard all of it.
Okay, I thought my microphone unplugged.
What it told me was you let the opinions of others affect your actions, and I don't know if that's what we need in a president, Mike.
It's something I'm working on. I give into peer pressure very easy.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to call a audible real quick.
Okay.
Timesies.
Okay.
I'm going to need to adjust where I am stationed. Are you
Okay.
good to go a little bit longer after I get back?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get you in a sec. Hold on.
So should I just riff right now?
Do you want to riff? It'll be like 10
Yeah, I'll just
minutes.
riff.
5, 10.
Oh,
Okay.
10 minutes. Oh
5,
no,
10.
if it's
I'll be
gonna be that
fast. I'll be
long.
fast. I'll be fast.
Okay.
Yeah, riff. I trust you.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. If you trust me.
Going quiet, going low, going low.
Oh man. Oh God. Oh boy. So Liam's gone. So I'm gonna tell a story about The Simpsons. No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell a story about my mom walking in on me having sex. I don't know if I've told that story before,
Tell it again.
but it's a pretty funny one. So I'm young. I'm in high school. Not to brag,
Banging.
I had sex pretty fucking young. But so it's my first girlfriend. Girl I
How
lost my
young?
virginity to. I think I was 14.
Good.
And
All right. Now
so
I'll for real be back in 5.
okay, so we're in my little hangout room upstairs, dedicated to the kiddos. And as most 14-year-olds are, I'm horned the fuck up. So I'm like, listen, baby girl, as any respectable man and healthy relationship do, I say if we're not boning, we're not dating. I need to go to Boneville, USA. Otherwise, I'm kicking your ass to the curb. So of course she complies because her self-worth is very low at the time, as most 14-year-old girls' self-worth is. They don't have a lot of confidence. Their peers' opinions on them means too much to them. So she's pretty much willing to do whatever. So we start going to Boneville, USA, when all of a sudden my mother doesn't even knock, actually, because she's a fucking intrusive bitch. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this. I love you dearly. She's an intrusive bitch. And she walks in and she's like, do you guys want cookie? And she's just looking. And I just throw this woman off of me. I say, get off of me, you heathen. And I'm like, oh boy, this is not a good situation. So the girl's crying. I'm in there like shit. My mom just saw my fucking schlong. So I say, there's only one way to deal with this. Go into my mom's room. My mom's sitting there devastated. And I'm just like, hey, Mom, I don't know what you saw in there, but we weren't having sex. And my mom just looks at me like, you are a dumb motherfucker. You are a bad liar. You're ugly. You're a piece of shit. You're not really my son. We adopted you when you were 7 years old, and you haven't noticed because I said, you're a dumb motherfucker. So I'm like, oh gosh, this is really mean of her to say. And she said, I saw your Peter and I'm appalled at how tiny it is. And this is when I was diagnosed with the micro penis. Now, for those of you who don't know what a micro penis is, look it up. You'll be shocked. I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, that is what I have. I go to the doctors. The doctors are like, listen, bud, there's not enough blood pumping to your schlong. So what we need to do is we need to take blood from elsewhere and relocate it into your magnum PI. So I'm all nervous. I get a surgery to get a bigger ween. However, in the surgery, complications happen, as they do in surgeries, because doctors aren't really qualified to be doctors. So all of a sudden, they're slicing and dicing open my micropene when they're putting on a new schlong. Uh-oh, what happens? My heart stops. No more blood is pumping anywhere. I flatline. They're worried that I'm dead. However, I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm just in the sixth dimension. DMT, if you haven't heard of it. I meet God. God tells me, Michael, you need to live with that micro penis. It's what I gave you. You're perfect exactly how you are. I come back to life. Wake up mid-surgery. Shout at the doctors. Don't you dare put that 12-inch schlong on my body. Michael, what do you mean? You schlong. Sitting there realizing I should be happy with what God gifted me. A 12-inch schlong. But in my family, 12 inches is micro. So we're a bunch of big schlong carms. And
Micro Mike.
Micro Mike. That was my nickname in college.
What they need is us at that campus being paid thousands of dollars every week to give speeches, telling people really how it is.
Yeah. That's the thing, bro. They should have been honest. They should have been honest.
That reminds me what I was originally going to say about being an ambassador. I get a job freshman year, work study, right? I have one work study in the library. Pretty sweet, actually. So I have this is a tangentially related thing. But my boss at that time when I'm working in the library. Last week I I've been posting things to Reddit that do well on Twitter for extra attention, because I haven't been doing stand-up and I really need to know that I'm funny. Something goes pretty viral on the r/gaming subreddit. And I have my boss, who was in that library, reach out to me and say, "This is hilarious, Liam, / your former boss." So I know. Why did I feel the need to say that? Because I wanted to promote my Reddit. Now, secondly, why that's important. I get offered a job at the end of my freshman year, another work study, to be a student ambassador, which would include me giving tours to prospective students and really helping them sell the school, right? And on my 6th month is when I started that job. And, you know, when I'm in the office, I'm very positive. But when I was giving tours and walking people around, I was like, well, here's the place where I walked around at 3 a.m. in the morning because my anxious thoughts couldn't put me asleep.
Wouldn't subside.
Yeah. One time I'm helping give another tour. There's a person who's way more talented than me. She, as a tour leader, she was great. She was leading the group. I'm supposed to learn from her. It's a big group of prospective students from all across New England. This is like our open house day. And the back of the group corners me after we leave one of the gymnasiums. And they're like, "Hey, give us the real deal." I'm watching the rest of the group slowly walk out of the gym. I'm cornered and I'm alone. They're like, "Can you party here?" And this is a man, his wife, and his son who's possibly going to be there. But the man is asking me these questions on behalf of the son. And I'm like, "Can you party here? Like, what do you mean?" And he's like, "When I was in school," he said, "when I was in school, we were drunk the whole time. And the local store would sell to us underage. Is there something like that for my boy?" They do not train you how to answer this question in admissions. He was sweating. He was a lot bigger than me. And he was really making me feel small. So I look over at the son and like, "I'll buy you booze if you come here." And he came.
And that was me.
And it was my fault.
I was that kid.
Oh, it was Mike? Mike was that guy.
That was me. That was me. My dad was the big man sweating.
I forgot that about that. That's the origin. That's really how we met.
That is how we met.
Yeah.
And my first day on campus, Liam bought me alcohol. Dude, speaking of, when I was fucking a 22-year-old, 21-year-old, however fucking old I was.
Age is the number.
True. They made me go to the freshman orientation. So old enough to count, old enough to mount.
I didn't
finish picture on the wall.
The wall.
Mount a picture.
Is grass in the field, play ball.
I am a 21-year-old amongst a bunch of 18-year-olds. Some kids, not even 18
Age is
yet,
on the clock.
turning 18. And these fucking kids, no joke, about 30 times a day would ask me, I would get a different kid asking me to buy them alcohol. And I'm like, all right, bet. So now what most people don't know is that 18-year-olds are fucking morons and want to pretend they're cool. They're fucking dumb and want to pretend they're cool. So
I think everyone knows.
Yeah. Like, can you buy me a 30 rack of Busch Light? I'm like, yeah, bro, that's just going to be $40. They're like, oh, bet, that's a great deal. I'm like, yeah. So I profited so much fucking money off of buying underage kids alcohol when I was in Nichols College, because those kids were too dumb to look at prices for themselves. So I was upcharging them about $12 per case.
I have a story kind of like that about scamming someone out of something legal. In high school, I think I was a sophomore at the time. A bunch of freshmen asked if I could buy them condoms, thinking that there was like an age associated with condoms. And like, it took me a minute to realize they didn't know that there wasn't an age associated, that you couldn't go down to the nurse's office and maybe
get a condom.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah.
Yo,
No, I
I'm sorry
got
to
you.
cut you off, but it's funny that you say that because one time when I was underage, I was like 16. I went to buy condoms, and the guy at the gas station ID'd me. He said, "Oh, sorry, I can't sell you any condoms. You have to be 18." I said, "That is absolutely not a fucking law." Either way,
Like,
he
my
didn't
girlfriend's
sell me
gonna get
condoms.
pregnant. It's gonna be your fault.
It's on you. It's on you that I'm going to be a
It's on you.
16-year-old father. But continue with your story.
I definitely maybe there is some law associated.
No, there isn't.
I don't
There
think so.
isn't.
Yeah, I didn't think
No,
so. I didn't think
that
so.
guy was just an asshole.
What a dick. He was just like, there's no way this fucking minor is getting pussy while I'm not.
Exactly. He was
It's
jealous
like
because I was
33-year-old
crushing
virgin.
puss.
Like, yeah. Anyway, fuck that guy. But
Fuck him.
yeah, but
Or maybe he was just a true religious man and knew that God didn't want me using condoms.
he wanted you to get an STD or have a baby.
If you haven't had at least 3 STDs by the time you're 16, you're a fucking pussy.
Straight from the horse's mouth, everybody. Straight from the horse's. Oh wow! For the audio listeners, that's going to be ASMR. But anyway, so yeah, a bunch of freshmen are like asked me, they're like, "Hey, Liam, you're cool and stuff. Will you buy us condoms?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, I'll buy you condoms." And they're like, "How much?" And I'm like, $30. I buy them 3 condoms, and I said they're $10 each. Because it made sense.
Brodies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I did that a few times. Out. Yeah, I did that a few good times. That's the whole story. I poked holes in every condom I sold.
I appreciate you sharing that story on air.
Yeah. I'm in a way responsible for a number of children.
Yeah. I too
from time to time.
In a way responsible for a number of children. However, I'm directly responsible. Unlike you. I
sold you those condoms.
Yeah, and I fucking came inside a bunch of women. Fun fact I just recently learned. Condoms aren't reusable.
No, they are.
I mean, I thought so too. I've been using the same condom since I was 16.
You got to put it in the dishwasher, bro.
See, I've just been dry cum has been getting all over my ween, and it's just kind of been gross. So I've been thinking about switching up my condom, but I mean, it's lucky. It's lucky. I'm not going to get rid of that thing.
I think, yeah, you really just got to what you got to do is do you have a dishwasher? Or do you wash the sink?
I have a dishwasher, but I don't use it.
Perfect.
It's wasteful.
Yeah, sure. Not for condoms though. What you can do is you can take the condoms and you can wrap it on one of those pointy rack things, and then just
happy 420, by the way, Liam.
Put it on sanitize. All right, happy 420. Happy 420. Yeah, I haven't been high all day.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't think we accomplished a single thing we set out to with this pod.
We brought up the election. We brought up the inauguration.
I don't think we even did. I think we did that before.
Nah, we definitely did it during the episode.
So we can't make any good jokes anymore under this new administration, I hear.
Yeah, PC Principal's in charge now.
Yeah, PC Principal and the hot cop. I think cops are so attractive.
Joe Harris, Nets specialty 3-point shooter.
Elaborate.
I was just meaning to say Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, but I accidentally said Joe Harris. So I just decided I would, just talk about the net. Oh, speaking of the Nets, did you see James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets? Fucking triple-double. I
don't watch.
Me either. I don't watch sports.
Trump pardoned Lil Wayne as like his last thing in office.
Yeah. And he pardoned somebody else too.
Yeah, there was. I definitely remember Lil Wayne more though.
Was it Kodak Black?
I think it might have been Kodak Black. Straight up, I think it might have been Kodak Black. I think you're right.
I'm about to look it up.
What is that? Yeah, this is important. This may be the clip actually right here of what we're doing.
Who did Trump? So like honestly, you can't even people try and say Trump is racist, but he pardoned Lil Wayne. So
he literally took black people out of prison.
Trump, Lil Wayne, and Kodak Black. Yeah.
Okay, so
all you have
Trump
to do
pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black as one of his last things in office. What is that? Does that change your opinion on him?
Dude, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, really? I don't know. It says my audio is not working. Either way, yeah. I mean, obviously, if you think Trump is racist, you're an idiot. If you're a black person, all you have to do is be a super famous rapper, and Trump will pardon you.
It's that easy, folks.
Science.
It's that easy, folks.
Yeah.
The
algorithm.
The algorithm. The algorithm. The Al-Gore-Rhythm. Al-Gore-Rhythm. Al-Gore has rhythm.
Uh-huh. Have you heard Al Gore's newest freestyle?
Bro, I ghost wrote it.
Nice, because it was a freestyle, so I don't believe you.
Featuring the internet?
The internet, like the music group, the internet?
Yeah.
That's dope.
That was kind of cool. I kind of did what you did there. Usually, sometimes we're like, taking
I was actually really upset that you were doing that because I wanted to do it and you were stealing it.
Do you think Al-Gore-Rhythm has like been said before in something?
No, we're the first.
That might be the episode because we already have another Al Gore episode.
We do have another Al Gore episode.
For the record, I went, because I edited together.
This is the number one Al Gore podcast on the internet. Just remember.
Follow the Al-Gore-Rhythm, and you'll be on top of the world.
I
really feel like this is some mind-breaking shit, to be honest with you. Like, it feels Al-Gore-Rhythm, Al-Gore-Rhythm, Al-Gore-Rhythm. Sometimes my genius, it impresses me, and I need to bask in it because no one else does. But my point being, all I can think about is Al-Gore-Rhythm. It's just going in my head over and over and over again.
We should release TikToks dancing to Al Gore speeches.
Can you write a rap called the Al-Gore-Rhythm?
I can try.
Like, I know out of the two of us, I'm the better rapper. I know that. Like, everyone doesn't doing tongue. You're just doing. I know out of the two of us, historically speaking, I'm the better rapper, and it's
historically speaking.
I just have more hits under my belt, and I think maybe you could write part of the Algorithm song, and I could do a freestyle about my dead dog.
You know the dance, the Michael Scar?
No.
Okay, cool.
I feel like you're somewhere I'm not right now. I don't know what you mean.
I'm in the sixth dimension, baby.
Are you writing rhymes?
I'm just thinking about how we can do
the internet.
We could do a song about, and we're all doing the Al-Gore-Rhythm, and it's like us dancing about global warming.
There's definitely
Take your trash and throw it in the can. We're all doing the Al-Gore-Rhythm.
Okay. That's an approach. That's a creative approach, I think.
Yeah.
But also think about the algorithm or the album cover of the globe on fire.
Okay.
Al-Gore-Rhythm written right across it.
Gotcha.
So people think they're getting into something completely different than what we give them, maybe.
Yeah. But Liam, I'm going to have to tap out.
Yeah.
Because I have to take a poop and I'm going to go play some basketball.
Damn. Colorado sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking 60 degrees today.
Go suck a dick.
Yeah, man. I will.
All right. Well,
I think this was a good episode.
I don't think that.
I think this was our best episode.
I think I held back. All right. That was
all right, brother.
Yeah, I'm more of a written guy. All right, Mike. You have a great, fantastic evening. I've missed you. I've missed you.
I love you.
I love you too. Kevin Knightley, by the way. And I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier because now you're trying to do something and I'm dragging it out.
All good.
I'm dragging it
it's all good.
Dragging it out like a dog.
You usually do. It's what you do.
I really thought I have nothing going for. But Kevin Knightley and I do a podcast called the Worcester County Murders Podcast, where we just interviewed local comedian Jimmy Cash. He wants me to stop doing this show and only do that show with him.
Kevin does?
Mm-hmm. I'll show you the text if you want.
I do want to see the text.
Yeah.
And tell Kevin, I said I liked him until now.
You want to know what I said to him straight up when he proposed that to me? I was like, Mike doesn't have to try as hard to be as funny as you are, and he's funnier than you are, and he's not even a comedian. And he looked, well, actually not looked, because it's social distancing, right? I didn't know how his expression, but I know it hurt his feelings. And I told him, but then he started taking that podcast super seriously, and he edits it and stuff. And I'm Mike, fucking more people watch that show than this one.
All right, so you're trying to get my competitive juices flowing.
I want you to destroy Kevin Knightley.
Okay.
I want you to destroy my co-host on another show.
I'm gonna write a diss track about Kevin Knightley.
He has a history of rap. He'll respond.
Okay, but
you're way better. You're way better.
All publicity is good publicity. Let's write. We'll have like a diss track, a rap battle.
No joke. That would be beneficial for both.
For
podcasts.
both, yeah. We're gonna do
both
it.
Audiences. Okay.
But all right.
if you need any dirt about him, I know he's a dirty person. So,
all the dirt.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you take down my coworker.
But I do have to go now.
Yeah,
I'm literally going to pee myself.
I'm gonna fucking miss you, bro, so much. All right, you have a great rest of your night, Mike. Peace out.
I love you.
Goodbye.
Night. It's only daytime here, idiot.
It's always dark up here. So, Nichols College. All right. We've said what we had to. All right.
Peace.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace.